Scary games! Ain't for everyone. Did that work? Did that scare anyone? No? You need viewers to scare them? Yep. Fair enough. Anyway, they're not for everyone, but there's always been something so enticing about games that freak me out. Some games will disturb you a little with a creepy enemy or some disturbing content, but some games will actually be good enough to just make you want to stop playing entirely with a particularly scary level. And in like a good way, not like the League of Legends way. Seriously, that is like the scariest level. That would top the list hands down easily. I don't know how people play that shit for hundreds of hours. Go outside! Anyway, here's the levels that have scared me the most. And no, they're not all from actual horror games, alright? So I don't want to hear any judgment for any of this. Especially from this goober who can't even finish Layers of Fear. Bitch. Wait, my lord. Forgive me my transgressions, for I cannot forget you have played the scariest of all video game levels.
Hello guys, and today I'll be playing The Very Organized Thief. I've played this before and it is pretty scary. Oh god, I'm so nervous. Ah! You suck.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Okay, let's actually get into this. Wait. I have to clarify, this frightened me as a child. I'm not shaking my boots now, climbing around random temples, or climbing a train while dying, or climbing just everything. Just a bunch of shit. All Nathan Drake does is climb. And punch dudes in the dick. No, there's a couple reasons this game scared me as a kid back on the PS3. So let's just get the obvious one out of the way. The Yetis. I hadn't played any other Uncharted games before this, so I was unaware there was supernatural bullcrap in these games. I was just wandering around these cool-ass ice caves with my new buddy Tenzin when a satanic Yeti thing shows up and starts beating the absolute brakes off him. Anyway, this death was pretty cool. Holy shit, is there two of them? He just yeeted a fucking boulder at me. So yeah, these things, plural, are an obvious contender for the reason why Kid Me never actually finished this game. Except they aren't. Wasn't these guys either. Especially since they're the same thing without the scary Yeti costume. No, the one thing that literally prevented me from beating this game was this fucking guy. Zoran Lazarovich. Was him. I don't want to hear anybody saying, oh my god, a regular-ass human is what scared you. Like, no, Harry Flynn was a regular-ass dude. I was prepared for the final boss to be this pretty boy D-bag until I realized Harry was actually working for someone who actually fucking matters. Plus, he's built like if Jason Statham was on whatever The Rock claims he's not. Plus, this guy across the whole story only doesn't kill Nathan because Harry sucks at his job. But what stopped me from playing this game, the best one in the franchise, stay mad, to the end, was the final boss. This guy already made those Yetis his bitches, and now he's taking the source of their power? Hell no, I don't want to fight this guy like this. I'm pretty sure he could just box one of those Yetis himself. He regenerates too? Alright, look. I'm trying to put these in order of most to least ridiculous scary levels. Plus, at least this one's technically from a scary game. I'm not gonna front with you guys. I was a kid back when FNAF was coming out. I was out here in the trenches with the theories.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory. And on this episode, we're gonna be trying to figure out who the fuck asked.
Rip Map Hat. And the screaming YouTubers. And yes, I admit it, these games low-key got to me. I had nightmares about Bonnie from the first game. And I get stressed out when it's night 4 or 5 and it's like 5 AM and I'm just desperate to make it. Obviously now, with this fucking state of FNAF.
Dear Diary, yesterday was so amazing and I met such a wonderful guy. But I don't think it was meant to last.
And the fact I'm not like 10? I couldn't imagine being frightened of any of these games really. But FNAF 4 was the turning point. I'm not screaming at the jump scares or sweating in my cool gamer chair every time I check the bed for... Wait. Seriously? Freddles. But, believe it or not, when I was a kid, I had a bedroom. Ever since FNAF 4, I've decided I will never have another bedroom. I'm still just bedroomless. I sleep in a bunker because of plush trap. No, I'm obviously kidding. I actually still have a bedroom that I share with these bums. But as a kid, I would genuinely have to keep my closet closed because I didn't want to look at it because of this scary fox in it. Wait, hold on. Yep, Jesus, fuck, that one. I mean, all the designs in this game were so extra. Like, looking at them now, it's just like over-the-top haunted house looking stuff. But as a kid, I'm just seeing that these animatronics were turned into actual monsters. And they're in my house now. Like, yeah, I already had nightmares from the first game of this exact scenario. And now I'm just playing it. You're a liar if you're saying this didn't scare you as a kid, at least a little. Fuck. Okay. Okay. This might actually be the first one some people agree with. Are you even a horror game fan if you haven't played any of these? Or at least haven't watched either of these three play this? Outlast is a staple of the horror game world. I know for some it's just another running simulator where you press the hide button every now and then. But you gotta remember, this was something pretty new back in 2013. Running around in Mount Massive Asylum just desperately trying to escape was something that scared tons of people. It's kind of weird calling this a scary game level since the asylum is pretty much the entire game, but it's scary throughout. The one section that always gives me extra anxiety...
Leave me alone!
I just fucking ruined my take. That gives me extra anxiety is the water section. It's brief. Like, calling it a section is generous. Brief. However, there's pretty much nothing as scary as wading around in this water, not able to move at full speed in a pitch black sewer room with this absolute unit. This guy casually tears people's heads off. And walking around through this scares me every single time. Even with the night vision, I can barely see. And the sounds of water being walked through by me and him is enough to freak me out. This little platform, this literal light in the darkness, this is my salvation. Besides you, my lord. I literally never feel more relieved than when I'm done climbing up this ladder. Except for maybe when I use an elevator to Mortal Kombat X-ray this freak! Seriously, everybody's afraid of the little pig fat guy who decapitates people. But at least he's kind of got a reason for why he's doing this. But Traeger's just insane. Like, I'm aware that calling Traeger insane in this place is like calling a child at an orphanage sad. But Traeger is extra fucking strange. He's kind of like Mayuri from Bleach, but instead of pleasuring you like Mayuri does to his own daughter...
What's he up to? Is he reviving her?
Huh? He cuts off people's balls. And of course, fingers.
That's what I'm here for. To make you believe.
It's like those scenes in Final Destination. Man, I hate those kind of scenes, but it's such an effective scene to make you absolutely fear this guy. Especially since he's seemingly so coherent and intelligent, unlike the little pig guy who comes off as a dumb oaf by comparison. Plus, you get to see this guy's victims, and they're all scuffed. Plus, he's trying to kill me in the naked apron, and, like, not in the way I like. Now that I think about it, this game has a lot of dick. And maybe that's why this is one of the scariest video game levels. Not the murdering, but the wieners. This is definitively the most scared I've ever been playing a non-scary game. Honestly, this is scarier than most scary games. Arkham Asylum has one of the scariest sequences in any game ever. The section with Scarecrow is absolutely not what I'm talking about. Like, don't get me wrong, the fear toxin stuff is very spooky. Ooh. And the effects are cool. But get that fear toxin, Mysterio-ass shit out of here. We're here for the Killer Croc. Now, you gotta understand, I grew up playing Lego Batman DS and Lego Batman 2. This was my first and really main exposure to most of the Batman world, including this goofy dude. Well, except for Batman Brave and the Bold. That shit was peak.
Batman does not eat nachos!
That's my goat. Seriously, not only is he regular sized in the first games before they had the big figures, but he was so easy to wail on. Haha, get it? Wail on? Like, Waylon. Wail on. Because his name is Waylon.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But seriously, I was never scared of Waylon, the Lego goofball. Then there's an actual Batman game. I was straight tweaking. Like, I couldn't bring myself to finish the game. I know I keep saying that. I swear I actually used to finish games sometimes. You walk around the sewers looking for Ivy's plant spores or whatever on floating wooden platforms that are both your only way of traversing safely and also the thing that tells Croc where you are at all times. You don't know when or where, but you know he will just jump his ass out of the water and just charge you. Kill me if you're gay. You can't fight this guy at all. Like, that's made clear constantly.
There's nothing on record. Bruce, are you sure about this? Sounds like a suicide mission.
Batman threw hands with Bane in his roided out mode, but you can't even dream of scrapping with Croc. I remember his intro.
I've got your scent, Batman. I will hunt you down.
And me just thinking, yeah, whatever, I'm Batman.
Sounds like a suicide mission.
But I'm Batman, though. The game makes you move as slowly as possible if you don't want to alert him frequently. But then the obvious trade-off of having to spend more time down here in this musty, dank dungeon. You'll interact with Croc in one or two ways. He'll charge you, usually from right in front of you, because he just doesn't give a fuck. Or he'll just start breaking some platforms, and you gotta subway surf, run out of dodge. There's also a secret third interaction you can unlock by sucking.
You stupid n-
The sewers just freak me out, with the way they're disconnected from the main facility, and there's all these gates in the way and platforms we need just to move around. It really conveys that this place is his domain. All jokes aside, you can't help but feel a little out of your depth here, even compared to the other crazies in Arkham. This guy is an absolute monster. Wait. No! So yeah, that's pretty much all the levels I think, /thought, /were scary. If there's anything to take away from this. Nah, I had a fucking Uncharted game on this list. This is probably stupid. Fuck sewers, I guess.